Hello, everyone! It is yours truly, Rory Rocket. And today, we're going to be checking out pools. Now, pools is a pretty interesting little game here. It's a liminal space exploration game, but it is certainly way less hardcore than, say, something like um the classrooms or something of that nature, where it is just nonstop, just jump scares and that sort of crap. No, this is much more chill, much less stakes, much easier going, not as much risk of death, that sort of thing. And though I've heard quite a bit about it, um, I've never really, picked it up until, until just recently when, I kinda got a whole crap ton of birthday money to spend and blew it on a lot of stuff. And then it was like, you know what, maybe I should pick this game up. And then it was like, yeah, maybe I should actually give this a try. And one more server for self promo, and that should be it. And I'll be able to yeah. There we go. All right. Screaming from the rooftops and promoting myself phase done. Let's get into this. Let's actually do this here. But yeah, it was like, you know what? Maybe we should try more backroomsy games. Especially since the Backrooms movie just came out recently. Which, no spoilers, but it was pretty damn good. Like, here's the thing with Kane Pixels. Some of his stuff is a little, you know, not necessarily my favorite interpretation of the Backrooms. But he does make good content. And that's what I really feel is important here. Is sure, it may not be, the best interpretation or the best style of the Backrooms I've seen, but it's very solid, all things considered. And oh god. Yeah, CPU spikes are gonna be just a problem on all modern games I play because, well, as you know, I do not have any desktop with a remotely modern CPU. And I'm really loving this. You know, aside from, yeah, maybe we should stick to the brighter areas. Shouldn't we? What the fuck? Okay, maybe not. But I will say, this game is very visually impressive. Even if, again, I have to run it at super duper capped resolution, scaling, and capped everything. Still looks really impressive. Hey Ari, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Playing pools right now. Which is a pretty nice game that I've heard quite a bit about. Oh, and thanks for the sub, whoever subbed. Another one of those chairs. I thought there was something after me for a minute. But nope, that's my breathing. If there is one thing that horror games like BioShock have taught me, it is don't stay in the water for too long. Unless it's real life, in which case you're fine. But video games, Hell no. And actually, on second thought, maybe that's also a rule that can apply to most bodies of water in real life, too. Especially the lakes here in Pennsylvania, full of all sorts of venomous snakes and stuff. What the? I do not know how long this game is, but I am going to at least try to get through as much of it as I can tonight. That way we have a pretty solid start. My own foot echo is not helping matters. What is all this? What's down here, I wonder? Why did I have to pick the... Of all the games to somewhat start a new season with, or at least a half season or whatever. Why did I have to pick the one with all the goddamn water? You know that Megas XLR meme? Yeah, the Megas XLR meme where there's an edit that says, you know, missiles, more missiles, all the missiles. Nope. Oh, hell no. Well, not sticking around to see what that thing is. Ah! Damn it. Nope, that is not progression. Also, I know that other than some pre-baked encounters, there are no actual entities in this game, as far as I know. It's kinda like the Kane Pixel side of things, where it's more about the psychological aspects and not really about, ooh, scary monster. Which I can definitely appreciate it for. So you were the one who was making all that noise. I got scared by a rubber ducky, chat. Come on now. Well. Yeehaw! Also, I believe this game is made in Unity engine. I'm pretty sure anyway. So for a Unity game, this is very nice. I don't know why I've been sneezing so much recently. There we go. Sorry about that. Hi. Survivor! Thank you, kind soul. Out of the frying pan and into relative safety, I guess. Or at least a scenario that's safer than what was previous, I guess. I don't know. Definitely relative safety compared to what it was the last time, I guess. I'm loving this, though. It kind of reminds me of... I don't know if a few of you get this. Well, a few of you might know what I'm talking about. But does anyone remember that one Russian game? Atomic Heart, was it? Yeah, this kind of reminds me of that. A little bit. Just in the way everything's designed. And before you comment, yeah, I know Atomic Heart isn't a very good game. I know that the game itself is a bit of a train wreck. But I don't know, for as bad as it is, for as bad as Atomic Heart is, okay? I've always at least thought that its visual design was pretty alright. Okay, we need to be very careful. Very careful. Guess the only way's down. Ah! we might complete chapter 2 as well. And I see our old friend the duck. Well, I don't see him, but I do hear him. Whoa. You know what? This looks pretty sick. Not gonna lie. And I don't know why I'm nervous. It's kind of like, I don't know, like, everything looks, hey, Up Fan, how you doing? But yeah, as I said, everything looks, whoa. Wonder where that leads. But yeah, everything looks super hospitable and nice and welcoming. But at the same time, it feels kinda like I'm somewhere I don't belong. Like, this place is not made for me. And though it is willing to tolerate my... What the hell is that? Yeah, as I said, though it was willing to tolerate my presence for now, it can turn around and decide that I'm no longer welcome at a moment's notice. Ever been in an area like that before? Hey Harry Potter, how you doing? I'm doing pretty well. Playing the pool rooms, well, or pools rather. Which is, as its name suggests, a game about pools. And as I said, though this place is very welcoming right now, and I'm doing pretty well, and is, not totally hostile, it can change at a moment's notice. Yeah, I know. Maybe not this way. Not yet, anyway. And it's very decently optimized, too. Then again, I did have to turn it all the way down to get it to run on this hardware. Because my computer is still an old Dell. And thus it comes with all the old Dell problems. And I mean literally all of them. Where does that lead down from? I wonder. Hmm. I'm guessing from upstairs. Probably. Lockers? Okay, maybe we shouldn't stay around here. Also, the severe super scaling definitely does not. help visual matters. Something tells me we probably should not go down those stairs. Whoa. Who is this a statue of? Definitely some kinda important figure in this world. But I wonder who. I do not want to be near those. I wish it can stream at 60 FPS still. But nope, Vixen's gone, and Phoenix is... Well, they're... Phoenix works. Usually. Okay, this is rather ominous. Why are you getting like that, music? Music, buddy, you alright? Oh. Glass floor. You don't see those very often. Mostly as glass, not a very good material to build floors out of. Unless it's fiberglass, then it's fine. But normal, non-reinforced, non-fiberglass. Yeah, maybe not. Well, don't see any other option. Hey, Butter Eye, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. What the hell? Currently playing the classrooms. Oh, no, not the classrooms, pools. I would never touch the classrooms again as long as I live. And yeah, pool's another one of those games where I have to crank everything all the way down. Otherwise my PC is gonna die. I'm loving this music. unfortunately, that's the burden of having an old Dell. I have to turn everything all the way down. But hey, at reasonably low settings, it runs pretty well. Though, again, there's that important figure again. Yeah, he's definitely some kind of historical figure in this world. Even though, I don't know, does this world even have what you would consider a culture? Or historical figures or any of that? I don't know. Just kinda something for you all to think about, I guess. True. Nothing. Very true, Butter. Alright. Oh, damn. Now that was a splash. And once again, I'm reminded I could have definitely done this as a pre-record and had that be at 60 FPS, but oh well. No turning back now, right? Alright. An inner tube. Wonder whose that is, though. Probably no one we know. Or maybe that's... Or maybe it's the survivors from earlier's, maybe. I don't know. You could tell I'm tired. There we go. Had to readjust a bit. Hell yeah! Ugh. So from what I know, there are a total of 5 or 6 chapters, so we're almost halfway done with the game. Now, I don't think I can finish this all tonight, unfortunately. And yeah, I know I'm being very deliberate with my speaking and stuff. That's just because I'm listening very closely to my surroundings. But yeah, I don't think I can finish it all tonight, unfortunately. Just simply because... Yeah, it is. Holy... Oh my god. I wish I had a waterfall like this in a VR chat world. If only VR chat wasn't kinda going to crap right now. That was cool. I really liked that. What the hell? Oh, it's a sauna. I get it now. It's getting mighty steamy in here, though, isn't it? The toilet. And I do often wonder who keeps whispering in the background there. Hmm. Well, down we go! There we go. God damn it, we're back where we started. Wonder what's over here. Whoa. Oh, hot tubs! Celebrity hot tub! Oh, yeah, in the water. Remember that old... Well, I don't think many of you remember it at all. But there was this, very old Saturday Night Live skit known as a Celebrity Hot Tub. And that's what I was referencing there. Yeah, I grew up on a lot of old 2000s and 90s SNL and a lot of our stuff. Let's not stay here any longer. Sometimes to be completely honest with you all, I think half the shit I know just kinda goes over your head. Like, a lot of it is either a very old reference, a very obscure reference, or somewhere in between. Wow, you can actually sit on that. That's actually pretty cool. Oh, you're the same way, Butter. A lot of what you... Hello there, fine gentlemen. Please. Okay, that was pretty cool. I'll need to play this again once I have the new PC and can really, crank it all the way up. Ow! Gigantic waterfall. And then a bit of MC Escher. To be fair, I see Escher's stuff referenced a lot, and various things. What's this? I feel we're intruding something we shouldn't. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need to replay this once I... have, you know, a computer that's actually worth something instead of an old beat to crap Dell. What the? so we got... Yeah, I did. But we got half the chapters done. So we got chapter 1. And did it actually save my goddamn settings this time? Okay, good. But yeah. We got, 1, 2, and 3. So we got the first 3 chapters done. Which means that the next stream of this, we could do the latter half and do 4, 5, and 6. Alright, alright. Yeah, I think that's how we could do it. So that's pretty much it for this stream. Again, another, kinda shorter one. But, with all the content I now have to do, with all the stuff that I can now stream, more or less, we're really gonna be, hitting it a little harder this time. I mean, we got Mouse PI for Hire, we got this, which is already halfway through. We got, a lot of other stuff. And so, yeah, this is very good. And as for Pools itself, I think Pools is an absolute masterpiece. I mean, my god, this is actually probably one of the most beautiful games I have seen in a real long time. I mean, sure, it doesn't really have much of a story on its own, beyond, a nebulous war between 2 different factions of pool dwellers. Sure, it doesn't really have much more than that. But, you know, the visuals and the experience, that is the high point of Pools. It's not really about the story, it's about the visuals and the experience and just how amazing it is. Because seriously, this is an amazing game. And I definitely recommend you check it out. 10 out of 10, for sure. And as for tomorrow, well, I might stream again tomorrow, actually. I do have something planned. If any of you have heard of Lucid Blocks, yeah, that's pretty much what we might be doing tomorrow. It's very interesting, and yeah, I know, Butter Eye, that's what I was saying. Just really atmospheric, really good experience, and does not need a whole lot of complicated lore to present it all. But yeah. Tomorrow's game is Lucid Blocks, which, as I said before, I kind of have heard a lot about. It's A very interesting game, I'll say that much. Think Minecraft, but with a bit of a weird core, dream core kind of twist. That's how I describe Lucid Blocks. Very interesting. And I definitely look forward to that tomorrow if I actually do the stream. You know how I tend to be. Um, but anywho, I think I'm gonna wrap things up here. So long, farewell, stay sparkling, and until later, see ya. Stay classy, everyone. So long, everyone, and I will see you on the flip side.